get an appointment, we will continue to speculate. And look at this. Juan Carlos Unzué, who is the assistant to Luis Enrique right now, is evens with Ernesto Valverde, still second favourite at 3-1. So, Albert, are Barcelona sort of narrowing down their search, and what sort of man are they looking for? What are the sort of key criteria that they want?
They can go for two different options. One is do something different. That means that Unzué wouldn't be the man. But if they want to continue the work they have been doing these years, normally Unzué should be the one, because he knows how they've been working, is able to manage a team, he's a brave man, he has the clear ideas of what is he going to do. But it depends what the board wants. I think of all that list, I would stay with the top three. They are the only three.
Which one? Which one of the three? Which one? If you were Josep Maria Bartomeu, who would you go for?
Considering the decisions that they did before, what happened with Guardiola, they're going to go for something to continue with the job, and possibly Unzué would be the man.
OK, well, earlier in the season, it was Luis Suarez who started well. Then Lionel Messi was the man who was affecting things, and now it really is Neymar who is imposing himself. It's not just assists, it's goals, and he is in such a vein of form right now, isn't he, Guillaume?
He has been scoring lately, having had a barren of a long spell where he wasn't scoring. But it's not goals what makes him think himself, actually, that he's having the best season with Barcelona. Is his contribution to the game. His assists more than ever. The fact that he understands his role better than ever. In the past, especially if Messi wasn't there, he will try to drive too much the ball, he will try to come inside a little bit, he will try to dribble too much. Now his game has become more simple, more efficient as well. So if he continues adding goals to what it is, these contributions, these assists, we're talking, perhaps close and soon to the best player in the world.
It's interesting what Valencia are doing up front. No Simone Zaza, but it's Munir, who is, of course, on loan from Barcelona, who does get to play in this game. So what do you make of that as a tactic from Vodor, putting, quite a diminutive player, really, up front leading the line?
Well, you play Munir against his ex-teammates and his ex-team. So this is something that a manager sometimes considers. He wants to play against Barcelona, and and play against in the Nou Camp, and this is something good for him and for the team to put him in that game. Apart from that, he's a great striker. He can do good runs, he's a good finishing, he's good with the ball. Zaza is a good striker as well, but Munir, for me, is a player that I like it a lot. OK, we'll see how he fares. Of course, he scored at the Mestalla when it finished Barcelona 3-2 at Valencia. But do you know what? They haven't lost at home in 19 games since mid-September, Barca. Can Valencia end that run this evening? Can they put Marc-Andre ter Stegen under a bit of pressure? And this man too, Sergio Busquets. If you can pin him down, you're halfway there.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Here comes the corner. Cleared away at the near post. He could have a crack here. Good effort. Here comes the corner. Cleared away at the near post. He could have a crack here. Sensational!
Great. Just got greater. Turbocharge your winnings with a chance of cash bonuses when you cash out any bet with all new Cash Out Boost. Why cash out anywhere else? Sky Bet. That's betting better.
Thank you for holding. We apologise. You are number 743. Number 124.
Nathan Sykes box office. How can I help? Hello.
Hello.
Happy birthday.
Some calls are too important to drop. That's why we've made our network bigger and better. Vodafone, the UK's #1 network for voice.
I'm doing something a bit different. I adopt neglected public land. It definitely warms the soul of the neighbours. They can see that someone's caring about more than their own personal patch of land.
It's good to be different, so why not do something different today? Switch your current account to the Cooperative Bank and get £110. The Cooperative Bank, it's good to be different.
And we are back at the 57th Golden Motion Picture Awards, presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award, Maria del Carmen.
And the winner is...
That's not a big deal. This is a big deal. Now at Pizza Hut Delivery, get any recipe, any size for just $5.99 when you order any pan, classic or Italian-based pizza. Click and collect from Pizza Hut Delivery. Grab it while you can at pizzahut.co.uk.
Tasty.
Yep, this is nice. Oh, heavier than usual, isn't it? Well, usual doesn't have a full-on wardrobe and a pair of shoes for every possible occasion. Wow, we've done well here. Time to get out one of my 10 bikinis.
Take everything you want and enjoy some 4- and 5-star luxury. Jet2 holidays. Package holidays you can trust. ATOL protected.
Who will write this year's major stories? The Masters starts Thursday the 6th of April on Sky Sports.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Siqueira steals a goal at the near post! What a wonderful goal from Valencia! Does Messi start the comeback for Barcelona? It's the Valencia supporters and players who are celebrating, but Barcelona in a slump at the moment.
So victory here for Valencia in this fixture last season by 2-1. Will it happen again tonight? Kick-off at the Camp Nou is just moments away. Yes, this really is one of those classic clashes in La Liga, and as we mentioned before, Valencia don't have a bad record recently at the Camp Nou. They've won on 2 of their last 3 La Liga visits there, and there will be plenty of fans inside the Camp Nou who think, well, do you know what, they're a little bit volatile, a bit erratic right now, but they've got the players to do it. Let's talk about one of the Barcelona players who's returning to the starting lineup, a man who is such a club servant, but he's also thinking about the future. Give us a little update on Andrés Iniesta.
I think Andrés is a little bit upset that the renewal of his contract hasn't happened before. And all of a sudden he's starting to think, okay, if I'm just going to stay, but I'm not going to be able to have any influence, perhaps I should move. So he's in that position where he's thinking about what to do. Barcelona happy to give him the leadership of La Masia in the future and so on. He's not thinking of that. Can I give enough to Barcelona? His answer is not clear now. But what's important, and going back on the point that Ferrer did, Unzué has become the clear favourite to become the new manager of Barcelona for many, many reasons. But going through the PSG fixture obviously has helped. They seem prepared. The people at the board think this is the man. And if that's the case, Iniesta will probably stay on to be there and to help him into the transition.
Just interesting having a look at some of the cross-pollination between these two clubs. Obviously, Paco Alcácer, André Gómez, 2 Valencia players who joined Barcelona in the summer, but there's more besides as well with Jordi Alba and also Jeremy Mathieu in the Barcelona squad these days. There is one of the men of the moment, of course, Lionel Messi, 39 goals from 39 games. But Albert, let's talk a little bit about what Valencia might be able to do offensively, and especially with Barcelona in this 3-4-3. Their right side, Valencia, could be very potent indeed, couldn't it?
What I'm sure is that they're not gonna press high to Barcelona, but they're gonna try to defend very close, and then on the break, on the counter-attack, they have 2 very quick players on the sides, Cancelo and Orellana, plus the 2 full-backs that they're flying forward, like Montoya and Gaya. What that means that in every side of the pitch they have 2 offensive players against 1 player in Barcelona, and it will be Neymar or possibly Rafinha who are not defenders. That means that in the transition from defense to attack, they can create a lot of problems to Barcelona, that most of the times they're going to be defending with 3 central backs, but no players wide. So that is where they can do some harm.
Do Valencia have enough defensively to try and withstand whatever Barcelona throw at them tonight? I'm looking at obviously the centre-backs, Garay and Mangala seem to have that partnership, and Enzo Perez is back, which is key for them.
Yeah, on paper you're talking about a strong defensive triangle there. In practice they concede far too many goals. The strength of Valencia is what they do with the ball, and if they're able to scare Barcelona, use those space that Ferrer is talking about, we're in for a game. There's no doubt about that. We need to see if what the Valencia we're going to see is the Valencia that played against Athletic Bilbao and beat Athletic Bilbao and Real Madrid as well. That's Unzué and Ocho Torrena, 2 legendary goalkeeper coaches and goalkeepers. Or if the Valencia that we're going to see is the one without soul that we saw against Atletico Madrid and against Sporting, for instance.
So this is Barcelona, 5 changes from the 2-1 defeat at Deportivo. So out goes Jordi Alba in the back 3, in comes Samuel Umtiti. 3 of the 4 in midfield have changed. So out go Denis Suarez, Sergio Roberto and Rodri Gomez. In come Rafinha, Rakitic and Iniesta. And Arda Turan drops out and Neymar comes in. Neymar, who performed so brilliantly against PSG, but had a little bit of an injury and therefore was rested for that game at El Riazor, and as a result did not take part, didn't even make the trip to La Coruña. So it's Andres Iniesta who's once again captaining the side, because he is the man back. One of those 5 changes in his absence has been Lionel Messi, who has taken the captain's armband. Voro, the man who has even told his own players that he didn't ever want to be head coach, but he is loyal to his club. And to be honest, who else have they got? Let's just have a look at Valencia. It's just the one change, and it is Enzo Perez who comes in at the heart of the midfield. He'll be alongside probably Dani Parejo, although it's a 4-3-3 that our colleagues over in Spain have gone for here. So Soler at the heart of that midfield, Enzo Perez to his left and Parejo to his right, and 3 up front, Munir, Orellana and Cancelo. Cancelo, who can also play as a fullback, but likes to play anywhere.
He started as a fullback, but he's so good going forward, and he can do this run so many times that now he's playing forward.
Okay, let's see how this one pans out. We've kicked off in the Camp Nou. Your commentary team, Terry Gibson and Kevin Keating.
Well, this is one of La Liga's glamour fixtures and one of its oldest. And not too many occasions have Barcelona entered this particular game with twice the number of points as their opponents. And that's been down to Valencia's early and mid-season struggles, but 3 wins in the space of 4 games last month have listed Valencia, and that largely down to their interim coach again for the 4th time, Voro in charge. And he was the man who oversaw those 3 important victories to leave Valencia 9 points above the bottom 3. But there's no margin for error for Barcelona in their chase of the league leaders Real Madrid. Barca were hoping Athletic Club Bilbao would do them a favour on Saturday. It was close at San Mamés, but Zidane's team ran out 2-1 winners. It's a must-win for Barcelona to close the gap to 2 points. Piqué will see that run out harmlessly. Luis Enrique has gone, Terry, with exactly the same team from the last match here. That remarkable comeback in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain.
Yep, and I think there's not, as you said, Kevin, there's no room for error. It's not a game for taking chances in, despite the indifferent season that Valencia are going through. What a difficult situation it must be for Munir as well, the on-loan player from Barcelona, leading the line in attack, surprisingly. Seeing Zaza left on the bench tonight for Valencia. It's down to Munir to come up with holding the ball up for Valencia, and of course providing a punch in front of goal.
Here's Iniesta trying to place that into the path of Neymar. There's sloppy defending here by Valencia. Neymar for Messi. Mangala was so hesitant there. And they're in behind here. It's a beautiful pass. And cleared in the nick of time by Gaia. But already nerves evident in that Valencia defence.
2 or 3 different players making mistakes there for Valencia. Initially it was Montoya with a bad headed back pass to Mangala. Terrible defending, and then again from Montoya, allowing Barcelona player to get him behind. Suarez it was eventually who tried to feed it across the 6-yard box.
Neymar with the corner. PK in there. Here's Munir. It's well timed by Mascherano.
You see Luis Suarez goes for the driven pass across the 6-yard box, and it's Gaia who does really well. So hack the ball clear.
It is in the wide areas that Valencia will be hoping to hurt Barcelona tonight in this system where they play Mascherano as the right-sided of the 3 centre-backs. Voro will hope that Gaia and Orellana, who are both really quick, can exploit the spaces. It'll be really important from Barcelona's point of view that Rafinha does his share of the defensive work. From a tactical point of view, it's a really interesting game, this.
Well, it is, and of course Barcelona cannot afford to give away possession cheaply. Allow Valencia to turn over possession, quick counter-attacks. It's Cancelo, who normally subsea players are right back. He's the attacking midfielder on the right side.
Iniesta finding some space, slip low from Luis Suarez, made life easy for the Valencia captain Enzo Perez, the Argentine international. Lovely pass into the path here of Cancelo. Orellana's free at the far post, and he couldn't deliver the cross. I'm not sure he even lifted his head, Cancelo, to see where Orellana was, but it's only a corner.
It's certainly a lack of awareness. Just mentioning the player who's a right back, playing in a more attacking midfield position because of his asset. His main asset is his pace. Not once does he get his head up there and attempt to glance across and look to see a teammate in a better position.
And that's exactly the point that was being made, though, about the pace in the wide areas. It was down the middle, though, that Cancelo got free momentarily. Too much on that from Fabian Orellana. We'll see Unzue there, the assistant head coach of Barcelona, who's being certainly, his name is in the frame to replace Luis Enrique for next season. Two of the senior Barcelona players have been saying that Unzue, Juan Carlos Unzue, could certainly step up and take charge of the first team. They would believe in him. Iniesta was one of those. Here's Gaia. Beautiful first touch. Orellana. Dani Parejo. Montoya, one of 2 ex-Barcelona players in the side for Valencia. It's Montoya again. Picks out Orellana. And that was blocked. Just about kept his left arm away from handling the ball there, Rakitic. Such was his close proximity there to Orellana. First real involvement for Messi. Free kick goes against Valencia. Referee Alejandro Hernandez wanting a word there with Garay.
This would be a cause for concern, you'd imagine, for Luis Enrique. Not the fact that Rakitic might have been it was a close call to see if it was a handball. It does bounce off his arm.
Flag stays down here. Suarez A decent stop from Alves. Not sure it had enough power to get over the line from Luis Suarez, who was a little dab with his right foot, but Alves was alive to it.
Valencia players are really complaining to the referee. You would normally back Luis Suarez in that situation there to finish off that chance.
Suarez nursing a knock there, not moving very